remanded until January 27th. Meanwhile, the children will have been placed under police protection in a police-managed child center at an undisclosed location. Now, this, going back to what you mentioned earlier, child trafficking is a very real threat, and we can see, from this. But in your experience, what experience have you had in this kind of, child trafficking? Have you seen cases where a child has been on the verge of being trafficked and then rescued?
No, I haven't really seen the cases that have on the verge of being trafficked or being rescued from being trafficked. But basically, we know that phenomenon is happening in Malaysia. It is happening in the neighboring countries. And it's really an international crime, possibly remunerating, and it's really intricate. It's not done by one person. It's like a syndicate. It's complicated, and therefore we need to get an understanding of what is happening and involve everybody in terms of how to respond. But I think for me the most important thing would be to strengthen measures for preventing that to happen. Because what has happened, dealing with it becomes even more complicated.
Yes, exactly. And from what the statistic of this story showed, that there were 33 people who were detained in it. So that's a large, like you said, it's a large number of people. And also they were aged between 2 months and 8 years. Also an extremely vulnerable age, Dr. as we were mentioning earlier, very traumatizing. And as we can see that it was only one local child, but 7 Thais and 1 Bangladeshi. So for all of you watching, can you imagine you're a parent in Thailand, you don't know what's happened to your child, they've gone missing, and now they've been found in Malaysia. Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah. So now for the parents, once they do the usual, you make the police report, you've done everything you can, that waiting period must be extremely excruciating, for all involved. How do they handle that very traumatic period?
I think when you have these problems, when things grow up like this, definitely one thing is need help. You cannot handle alone, If you think you can do things by yourself, I think that's probably wrong, especially in getting the children back, for example, is in probably your friends, neighborhood, I think it's worth to give this alert, rather than come back after 1 week on that, for example, you better overreact at the important time. So this is one of the things. And secondly, probably when looking at other authorities in our place, welfare department, for example, probably can provide counseling and help and guide to these parents, as I understood, for emergency hotline, no alerts, I used to heard about this. So probably can use this line, and probably this officer can give emotional counseling and support. Of course, time is very precious in the very immediate thing after things happen. And usually, when you lost something valuable, whether your emotion or physical, you go through grief. So grief, usually you denial. That's the first stage. You're denying things happen. You're not admitting that's actually happening. You're probably buying time. You probably delay. If no one else help you, it will make it worse. Because prolonged denial, it will be cause more harm. Then after that, probably it's more anger, after you deny,
yes,
then
these
you
are all
angry.
the
stages,
yes,
and you start pointing to others, this
how it's not my fault, it's your fault.
It's
How
your
come
fault.
you want
Your husband blame the wife, wife blame the husband, and what can happen to any people, So these stages will take in place, and if you've been arrested at any of these stages, especially the first, it can be also horrendous
for the
experience,
parents,
for the parents.
All right.
I'll just add maybe to his point and say that, if a child goes missing, it is as traumatic to the child as it is the parent.
Oh, yes, of course.
And the parent definitely needs support, because the parent may begin blaming himself or herself for the occurrence of that event, and yet I don't think any parent intends that his or her child should go missing. So definitely the parents will need support to be calm, are able to get to grips with the situation. But even when the child returns, to be able to make sure that the reunion is managed well, so that the child can be able to choose a family with ease.
All right, thank you very, very much. Now, we're talking about missing children here on The Breakfast Show. We're just going to take a quick break, but don't go away, because when we come back, we'll be finding out a little bit more.